Hello, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm really excited for our vlog. I am deleting all of my social media for the week, not like the full account. I'm just deleting all of the apps from my phone, and then I'm gonna go in with the app Opal and block it on my computer, browsers, all of that, so that I can really have a little bit of a reset. I feel like mentally I have been so drained by social media, and I really firmly believe that social media is a tool and we get to decide how we use that tool. So I've already been scaling back kind of a lot with my personal use of social media. Obviously, I'm a creator, so I use social media a lot, and I feel like as a creator, it is very difficult to like scroll and not think about work. Like, it does to some extent, I think, take some of the fun out of social media. Like, it's not entertainment because your brain is just chronically analyzing, comparing, trying to understand more about what's working, why it's working, that kind of thing. And obviously, like, I create content that's similar to what I would say I consume on social media. So I know some people have boundaries of like, oh, I don't follow people in my niche, but I am a lifestyle girly, and I feel like that's the type of content that I most enjoy consuming. I'm gonna post one little Instagram story just as an experiment. I've been posting more almost vlog style stories, like a ton of stories. I feel like you're basically living my day with me, and it's actually really fun. I feel like it's been giving me a little bit of my creative spark back, and that's kind of the goal of this. I'm gearing up to start a new Instagram account. There's gonna be a whole Substack post about that. I'll try to leave it linked in the description for you, but too long didn't read version. I'm starting a new Instagram account, and I want to give myself kind of a creative break. We are on the East Coast. My husband has a conference at Yale this week, so I'm kind of tagging along and trying to get my creative juices flowing before next week starting the new account. So I'm honestly really excited about it. I do feel like it'll be fun, and I'm going to be running some experiments across both of the accounts just to, I don't know, learn a little bit more. I definitely love the back end of social media and learning more about it and just kind of testing different strategies that you see online. So that's a little bit more of what my Substack is going to be about, more career oriented for people who work in social media marketing or are content creators themselves, and less lifestyle oriented. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check out my Substack channel, because I will be sharing all about the new account, what I'm doing with my existing account, the strategies behind it, what's working, what isn't, sharing real-time analytics, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to be working on that. But for now, we need to do our one Instagram story, which will be a little bit of a test, more on that later, and we will be logging off of social media for the week. I have been a full-time creator for 3 years. I don't think I have fully logged off of social media the entire time. Like, to be absent from social media for a week feels like you could live 1,000 lives during this time, because it just takes so much of our time. So I'm really excited, a little bit nervous. I'm not really nervous that I'm gonna be bored, which is kind of crazy because I'm not even like at home to work on things. Like, I'm out and about, but I think it's going to be a lot of coffee shops, walking around, because it is absolutely beautiful here right now. And yeah, just living my life. I'm kind of nervous. Like, what should my story be? I think it's just going to be a little selfie. I'm not the cutest today, but it's okay. Real time BTS. Okay, I'll be back once the story's done. Okay, story is posted. It is time to delete all of the apps. It's a little bit spooky. Being a creator, it makes me nervous. I think I'm even doing Pinterest, but Pinterest I might let myself access on the internet. Deleting Lemonade. To be fair, I don't really use that one. No TikTok, no YouTube, literally nothing for an entire week. Honestly, I feel like this is going to be a bubble bath for my brain. Like, I'm going to be so chill. I'm honestly most nervous that I just don't want to use social media at all anymore. Like, I think I'm at risk, you guys. Anyways, we're deleting the apps, and I will be bringing you along for all of our social media free activities of the week. Admittedly, I am still going to be working. Like, I'm still going to be replying to my emails. I'm still going to be online in that sense, just not online on social media. I'm honestly not sure what I'm more anxious about. Like, Is taking a week off going to mean that I just don't have a job anymore? Or is it going to be so satisfying to not be on social media that I want to quit my job and find a new one? Like, I don't know, but you are along for the ride and we are going to find out. First things first, honestly, we need to get some work done. I have a quick meeting and then I'm trying to get things uploaded for a YouTube editor. And then I think we're just gonna go wander around, see if I can find anywhere fun to hang out. It's honestly beautiful outside, so I feel like vibing somewhere in like a park and just writing, journaling, maybe a little bit of reading. I don't know. I might wander through some stores. I really don't know. The opportunities abound when you're not going to be online. You know what I mean? I'm gonna knock out this work so that we can go explore and have more fun. I hate to admit this to you, but it's 3:30. I just finished working and I really need to give myself a real meal because I have not eaten today. I have so many food allergies. I can't have gluten or dairy or shellfish, which that one's a little bit easier to manage. But I feel like that makes me really stressed when I'm traveling and like trying to eat anything. So we're gonna go try a restaurant. It has good reviews on finding gluten-free. Somebody said they also got a dairy-free sandwich. So let's see how it goes. The weather is immaculate. Like, it's 85, it's sunny, it's not super humid. I just feel like it's perfect East Coast summer weather. We're definitely still battling the fact that for like mundane things, I want to pull out my phone. I want to check social media while I'm walking or sitting at a red light. Like, I think that is just something that we're so accustomed to that it feels normal, even though it really shouldn't be. Hello. We are back in the hotel room. I did a little bit of shopping just around the restaurant just because why not? And honestly, I didn't find anything that exciting, so that's kind of a bummer. I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble, but it was very much college bookstore, not I'm gonna find a fun book to read. And I have my Kindle with me, which I tried to read in the restaurant, but I realized that I'm actually not connected to internet, so none of my books are on my Kindle, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that because the Kindle doesn't really go into like the web pages when they need to request Wi-Fi. So I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm gonna see if it can like sync this way. I feel like it probably can't since it didn't get like the little password form thing, but maybe it will, and that would be really exciting. So far it's not looking like it though. I don't know, we'll need some troubleshooting for sure. And then I'm still trying to upload all of my footage for a YouTube video. Like, for whatever reason, the Wi-Fi is just terrible. I feel like that's kind of the case for all hotels. I always have issues trying to upload when I'm at a hotel and not like at home. So we're gonna try to get those uploaded. It's 5:55, love to see it. I'm going to dinner with Adam at 7:30. And then I went into Apple to try to get micro SD card reader. I actually have this one though, so I think I'm gonna go back and get a USB-C to micro USB, I think is what these ones are called. I don't know. Anyways, the point is, I think if I get an adapter, I'll be able to use this on my computer and then it'll be good. Okay, we have finally gotten my Kindle to update. I had to end up actually connecting to the hotspot on my phone. But for books, I have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I might be butchering these names. I'm so sorry in advance. One Italian Summer and When You Were Mine by Rebecca Searle, and 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Those are currently on my reading list. I haven't started any of them. I feel like I've read one by each of the first two authors, but I really don't fully remember. There's a lot of different beaches around here too, so I think maybe I'll do like a beach and reading day, because what a vibe. But I need to figure out which beach I want to go to. I started saving a couple since I kind of knew I wanted to do a social media free week. So I have Jennings Beach, which looks extremely cute. Then I have Silver Sands State Park, and Point Judith looked really cool, but I think that's like a 2-hour drive, and I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think I can do a 2-hour drive by myself, so we're gonna count that one out. I wish I was kidding when I said that this isn't even all the footage, and it says that it's gonna take over an hour to upload. Like, That is so long, you guys. Usually it takes maybe 30 minutes with good Wi-Fi, and so this has been so frustrating. I figured while we wait, I'll show you guys the hotel room because it's actually really cute. It's called the Blake Hotel. It has like this cute little baby kitchen. And then in here, it's kind of already a mess because I'm a girl, okay? And this is the bathroom. I feel like it's really cute. Also, I know that this looks a hot mess, but this little shop abode bag is so freaking cute. Anyways, I feel like the design of this hotel, extremely cute. And then this is where I'm sitting working. They actually have a pretty solid full-length mirror setup. And this is the bed. I feel like it's really cute, to be honest. It's one of the better hotels that I've stayed at when on a work trip with Adam. And then outside is also very cute. I will say I've been having a lot of fun just like walking around here because I feel like it's so pretty. Okay, so far I feel like I've been able to not be online, but mostly still work. But my goal here is really to give myself kind of a creative detox. So I'm using Claude AI, and we're gonna brainstorm with Claude what I should do during my little detox to help me be more creative afterwards. So I don't know if you've ever used Claude. I honestly like it more than ChatGPT if you're doing like creative work. If you're just doing like math, maybe not, but I have heard that Claude is also very good at coding. I have not done any like data coding in a really long time, but I have heard that it's really good at that. Just for fun, I think I'm gonna try using the same prompt in ChatGPT and just see how it does. I do need to give it additional context because I'm actually traveling and not at home, and some of the ideas that it's giving me are harder to do. Okay, so Claude's suggestions are visit Yale University, wander the campus, peek into the art gallery, which is free, stroll through the rare book library, and then it just talks a little bit about the architecture, which I definitely agree. Like a walk through, stroll around Yale will be a good way, I think, to spend the day. And from my understanding, some of the library is open to the public, so that might be a good place to just hang out for a while. East Rock Park, Wooster Square, the New Haven Green, local coffee shops. I definitely feel like local coffee shops would be a fun one. Overall, I feel like Claude is like not doing the world's best job. I think that their original suggestions were better. It talks about consuming different media, so reading books in genres you don't usually use, watching foreign films, podcasts that aren't within my typical like content creation niche, art museums, like just kind of getting yourself out there, getting your hands dirty with like different types of art, like, or I guess not even really art, because it's saying cooking without recipes, sketching with pencils, so that's more like art, building something physical, gardening, changing your environment, like a different coffee shop, library, park, trying to talk with strangers. I am so bad at that, so I'm gonna hard pass on that one. Constraint-based creativity, taking photos with just one color palette or creating something using only materials you have within arm's reach. Maybe photos of one color palette, like a color walk, and then having to create something with that. I feel like that could be interesting. And then it just says embrace boredom, which I kind of have to do because I am logged off. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Honestly, I think that this one might be a little bit better. Same Yale suggestions, downtown New Haven. I do like this one. It says coffee shop journaling circuit. Bring your notepad or sketch pad and write what you notice about people, spaces, and smells. And then it gives a few bookstore suggestions. One of them I think is actually a coffee shop, so that could be interesting. And then it gives like some restaurants to try, and then some like waterfront locations, which personally I feel I'm usually very inspired by water, so a little beach day is definitely in the future for me, I feel. And let's see what they had before. One that I really like is like sitting down to make a playlist. I feel like I haven't done that in a while, but I actually really love doing that. What else does it say? morning pages. I already do that pretty often. Both of them actually suggested some kind of new movement or hobby to try. I definitely want to do that, and I want to implement the weekly artist dates from The Artist's Way, which I honestly wish I had brought that book with me, but I forgot. Color journaling, I feel like picking up like a coloring book and some colored pencils, like an adult one that's a little bit harder, could be a good one to do in just a coffee shop. Photography walks with just like your camera, no phone. And then mood boarding in real life is another one that I feel like would be really fun. And then they talk a lot about like in real life inspiration spots, art museums, botanical gardens, coffee shops, bookstores, home decor stores, anything along those lines, which I definitely agree with. Oh my goodness, I am so freaking tired. Like on my list so far, I have like a couple of beaches. I'll definitely try the Yale Art Museum, and then just like walking around Yale, the Yale Library, and then I think I'm gonna try one of the bookstore coffee shops and maybe a coloring book. I feel like that's hands-on-ish and definitely like not my normal creative thing. And then I have a couple of restaurants for Adam and I to try, and I might try to find a gluten-free bakery, but that's all I'm currently thinking of. So we'll see how far I get with that. I honestly think I might just experience some boredom this week, and like that's fine. It is roasty outside. I just walked 20 minutes with Adam and have like a 20-minute walk back, but I'm just hiding in the shade to cool off before we continue walking. But I feel like I'm not really working out this week, so the walking is probably good for me. Hello. We are back at the hotel. It was so roasty. I stopped at Starbucks, but honestly, I could not sit there. I was like, I need intense air conditioning. I'm actually still sitting in front of the air conditioner. I am gonna shower because my hair is so gross. Like, it's really nasty. And we're supposed to go out to dinner tonight. Like, that's not okay. So we're gonna start there and then we'll go from there. I honestly feel like I'm like logged off, but haven't felt an overwhelming urge to open up social media. I will say, I'm gonna be transparent, I did have to open like Pinterest and something else today, maybe TikTok, to send information to brands, but I feel like that doesn't count. Like, it's not like I was scrolling and I only did it from my computer, grabbed what I needed, and then immediately logged off. That's just, we gotta keep the business running type of activity, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not posting, so in some sense I'm like not keeping the business running, but for the most part, things are running per the usual. Anyways, time to go shower. Generally love Redken, but this stuff, next level. It might as well be perfume, to be honest. It's 4:30 almost, and clearly my hair is wet, and we have a dinner reservation at 6. We're gonna try to pull it together. I think I'm actually almost out of this Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, which will be my second bottle of that foundation that I've gone through. This one I got right before the wedding, I think. I had already gone through like a full bottle before that, and it's just one of the prettiest foundations, I think. morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna get up to today. I've already had a little bit of coffee, answered some of my emails, so we've gotten kind of the important tasks out of the way. I do think I want to go run around the Yale Art Gallery just because I feel like that could be kind of fun, and then maybe I'll get an afternoon coffee somewhere. And I'm kind of thinking about going to a beach, but I'm unsure. I've heard that the beaches are not the best, and coming from LA, like, I just don't know that that's worth the time, but we shall see. I'm feeling kind of lazy, like I don't really want to leave, so we'll see if I can perk back up. I feel like maybe I just need like a liquid IV or something, so we'll start there and see how it goes. Yesterday I did go to one of the bookstore coffee shops and I walked around Yale a little bit because I walked with Adam. So I'm thinking today I'm gonna go walk around the Yale Art Museum, and then I might go check out a different coffee shop slash bookstore situation because the vibes there are immaculate. And also I didn't really do any browsing of the books because I was with Adam and he had to go back to work. And I also feel like a coloring book could be really fun, so we'll see where the day takes us, but you'll be coming with. Okay, so today is day 3 of no social media. Honestly, I am starting to feel a little bit, 1, bored, and 2, just like I must be missing out on something, like I don't know what's going on. And I also just feel like time feels like it's slower because I'm not wasting a lot of my time. So like it's 10 a.m, I'm dressed, my makeup is done, I've already gotten coffee, I've answered all of my emails, and because I'm on the East Coast, like it already feels like I'm ahead just naturally because it's only 7 a.m. in LA, so like there's no world in which I would have usually had all of my emails done at this hour. I don't know, it's just very interesting to like see how your perspective of social media shifts when you take more time away from it, I guess. I figure it'll be fun to kind of document my thoughts as the process goes on. I'm definitely having a lot more FOMO about not being online and just a little anxiety since social media is my job of like, oh my god, what if my platforms are just like terrible because I took a week off, which is unrealistic. Like that's definitely not how it works, and I've taken a week off before of like posting, just not a week fully not online, you know what I mean? Okay, museum was honestly very fun, lots of fun stuff, and someone working at the museum told me about a couple of other spots I can go check out, but right now I honestly haven't eaten anything, so we're gonna go back to the cafe I went to a few days ago. It was actually really good and I felt very comfy eating there, and as someone with food restrictions, like that's just kind of hard, so we're gonna go back there. Well, food was extremely disappointing. Straight up robbery, to be honest. That was $25. They charged me $5 for a single piece of gluten-free bread. That's actually like the worst I think I've ever experienced in my time being gluten-free. Anyways, I also just walked back in the rain. It looks like my hair moderately survived. Naturally, I would be wearing a white t-shirt, but thankfully I feel that that also survived. But now I'm kind of not sure what I want to do with myself. 1, I'm still starving. And 2, it's raining, so I don't really want to walk super far. But I think I might go work at one of the like bookstore coffee shop situations and see how that is. I did not like my coffee yesterday, so we'll see if it comes out better today if I try a different spot. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna try to eat like a little bit of the remaining snacks that we have in the room, like have maybe some chips and an orange. So hopefully that will tide me over for a little bit because it is not overwhelmingly gluten-free friendly here. But I think Adam should be done relatively early today. Like I don't think his stuff runs too late today, and then we'll just get dinner together. And it's already me like I don't have anything, so we're going for my iPad. It's 1:30, so we will see. I feel like if he's done around 5 and we just go straight to dinner, it'll be fine. And he's been hungry most days when he finishes, so that should be good. I should probably check my emails because I just like answered everyone and logged off and was like, bye. So I should check in and see if anyone needs anything. But other than that, we're just hanging out. The museum was actually really cool, and I feel like I've texted both my sister and one of my friends that I just feel like my brain is like so much calmer not being on social media. Like part of me is like, maybe it's time to just do YouTube and like let short form content go, because as much as I love it, it is like chronic stimulation in the way that long form content is not. And like maybe that's different depending on how you do it, like if I were to have an editor and like a social media manager, but to me the like money and time going into that would still be similar. I was worried it was gonna be either I really missed it and was ready to go back, or I was gonna be like, you need a new job. And right now it's giving I would be a much calmer, more relaxed human being without social media, which is, I mean, good and bad, but we will see. I will see you once we get to the coffee shop. Definitely gonna need to change the top, but other than that, I don't know. It's been a pretty good day, I feel like. Snack and outfit change complete. Ironically, this is like the exact same shirt. It's just black. Like, leave it to me to have 2 of the same shirt. Technically, this is a different brand, but it's basically the same thing. And I've decided that we're gonna go work at one of the bookstore cafe vibes, because I think that'll be fun. I'm trying to be a little bit more offline altogether. So no computer, just a journal, my work phone, just so that I can check in on any relevant emails. I have a couple that I should reply to before the end of the day, but nothing too crazy. And then what else do I have in here? My Kindle, and yeah, just like notebooks. So we're gonna hang out, write, read, and enjoy the vibes. Good news, the rain has stopped. Bad news, it's extremely humid, and I just looked up the Yelp reviews of the bookstore cafe vibe I was going to go to, and the reviews are like coffee is not good. So I'm thinking we just browse the bookstores and then we go sit in Starbucks, where I can at least get a moderately consistent coffee. I haven't found anywhere else that I honestly like the coffee so far here. This is such a random item, but I really wanted the coloring book. I just finished in Starbucks. My hair is a train wreck right now. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I just finished at Starbucks and I read for a little bit. I went in a weird gluten-free deep dive, and then now I'm gonna go try to find a coloring book. Good morning. It's 11:30. It's kind of late because I worked with Adam till like maybe 10:30 this morning, answering emails and like doing all of that. And then I went to Target. I just needed like snacks and a beach towel because I think I'm gonna do a beach day tomorrow. And then since I'm already over here and there was a TJ Maxx, I figured why not? Because honestly, I don't have anything else to do today. I was trying to do a spa day, but they ended up being fully booked, and it looks like we're gonna go to Boston for the weekend and a little bit of next week, so I figure I'll just do that there instead. So I'll do a beach day tomorrow, and today can be more like errands, chilling. I also got colored pencils and crayons and markers for my coloring book, so I think I'll probably do that for a little bit this afternoon, maybe outside, since I already have the beach towel. We shall see. gonna be honest, there was just not very much to show you in there. I feel like it was relatively small for TJ Maxx, and they just like didn't have anything all that interesting. Okay, we are back at the hotel. I'm gonna at least like kind of put myself together for the day. I am super tired. I don't know why, but I feel like every time I come to the East Coast from the West Coast, I am just like exhausted for the whole trip. It doesn't seem to matter where I'm going. If it's New York, if it's DC, here, like the time change I feel like really gets me. And it's Thursday, so we've been here. We got in relatively late on Sunday, but I feel like that should be enough time for my body to adjust. And I think we slept over 8 hours last night, and I'm still just so tired for no reason. I figure I'll just do a little bit of makeup. I'm genuinely just wearing like a workout set today because I'm just not in the mood. I'm gonna do this, get ready. I still have not eaten real food, and I'm feeling scarred for my $25 yesterday, where I was just like, wow, I can't believe I had to pay this much for so very little. So we'll see what I end up doing today. I think I found like an acai, I don't know. I found a place to get like a little smoothie bowl thing, and I think I'm gonna go try that. So humid here right now that I'm kind of refusing to do anything with my hair just because I feel like it's pointless. Like usually it would be much more curled than this, but it was raining yesterday and it might rain again today, and I just don't feel like spending the time doing that. This is one of my favorite summer perfumes. It's Replica's Beach Walk, and I feel like it's just so beachy and very clean girl vibes. I love it. All right, off to the Find Me Gluten-Free app to see what we can get to eat. I just realized Adam took all of the chargers, so that is very unfortunate. I'll have to see if I have one, but I don't think that I do. Okay, I think I put like smoothies or something. All right, there's a place called Life Bowls that's only half a mile from here. I feel like this is what I do. I check Find Me Gluten-Free, and then I go to Yelp, and I see what people are saying about it on Yelp. And then from there, I decide if it's worth visiting. Okay, they have good reviews, and this bowl looks stunning. Like, yeah, let's go. just spent like a solid hour coloring in a coloring book, and honestly that was so relaxing and extremely inexpensive because it's still like back to school season. So my colored pencils, crayons, all that were like 50 cents. The coloring book was slightly more expensive, but I feel like you could just print one off of the internet and like that would be fun. Hello, it's 5 o'clock. Honestly, I feel like it's been kind of a boring day. Like this is the first day where I'm like, yeah, I was actually feeling pretty bored and no social media. I've made good progress on my book. I answered most of my emails, maybe not all of them, but most of them. And I did a little bit of coloring. I'm picking up Adam right now. He should be done for the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably keep reading. He's gonna go to dinner with some of his like grad school friends, and I will not be attending that one. So no, we will see where the night takes us. I am still incredibly sleepy, and I want to spend a little bit of time like journaling about what I want to create and work on when I'm like more formally back to work. So yeah, but I'm definitely starting to be itching to work and make videos and be back on social media. I mean, it has been 4 days, and I feel like to have it have taken me that long is pretty good. Like, I was thinking that it was going to be more painful, but I feel like because I had already started using Opal before this, it really didn't feel that bad. I will say I cheated today and I went on Pinterest, and it didn't even cross my mind. I was looking up fonts and it took me to Pinterest. So do with that what you will, but for the most part I've been entirely offline. Adam is at a work dinner tonight, so I'm having a little solo night in. As much as I would love to say that I have the energy to like go sit at a restaurant, I do not. So I got a little dinner just like downstairs at the hotel while Adam was working, waiting to go to this dinner. And then now I'm up here. I'm gonna do a little face mask and then read my book. Like, how relaxing. I really debated a long time between this and Gossip Girl, but I inevitably decided my book because I don't know where I'm at in it really. I feel like halfway maybe, but it's been really good so far, so I might as well finish it, you know? Okay, so this is one of those collagen masks that's supposed to turn clear. And it says leave on for 30 minutes or leave on for 3 hours or until the mask becomes clear for full power treatment, or leave on overnight for next day glass skin. And it's from Peach and Lily. Their glass skin ginseng collagen mask. A bottle of serum in every mask, which that I genuinely believe just based on how much is in this bag. Trying to like use the rest on my neck. It feels very nice, so. Happy Friday. I think today is my last like official no social media day, which honestly I'm kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am getting bored. I am missing social media. I'm missing like creating content, which really was kind of the goal of this whole experiment, because I feel like I was just so burnt out being online like chronically. I definitely feel like I'm in a good headspace of like how I want to use social media moving forward, because I feel like it's so easy to just get lost doom scrolling and like rotting and waste so much of your time and like log off not really feeling good, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely ready to return, perhaps do a little feed cleanup of like who I'm following and making sure that it's really aligned with like what I want from social media. I honestly feel like I might just end up scrolling less. Anyways, I was gonna do a beach day today, but then Adam asked me to grab lunch, and honestly I'd rather do that, and we have beaches at home, like let's be honest. So I'm gonna do that, and I think I'm gonna go to the Apple store and get an Apple Pencil, because something that I really want to do is like make little carousels and be able to like write on them with my own handwriting. And I need an Apple Pencil to do that. That's kind of what's on the agenda. I think it's close to 11 right now. I've already had coffee, taken care of some emails. Obviously I've showered. I'm gonna do more of my wavy hair routine today. We'll see how that goes, because I don't have like all the usual things, but I figure it'll probably be okay, especially because it's just been so humid here. I feel like my curling iron curls are not coming out very cute. Normally I do my hair like sopping wet, but today I'm doing it kind of more dry. So we'll see how it comes out. I'm honestly not really sure what it's gonna look like. I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm guessing that it'll just be looser, hopefully not frizzier. Frizzy is less than ideal, and I'm just using the full Not Your Mother's line. I bought it on our honeymoon, I think. This is definitely feeling a little bit too dry, but it is what it is. I definitely don't have a diffuser with me, so it's just air dry, which I feel like is why it being like partially dry might honestly be better, because if I leave it too wet, I feel like the weight of my hair being wet makes it kind of a mess. Finish off with a little bit of gel on both sides. Just our result wet, so we'll see how it comes out once it's dry. I feel like you just never know. Okay, we are all ready to go. I think we're gonna head to the Apple store first, and then I'll grab an Apple Pencil, we'll come back, and then I'll go meet Adam for lunch. Honestly, I feel like the hair is drying pretty well. I think the sun helps it dry better. Hello, we're back in the room. I am mostly playing with my new Apple Pencil. As you can tell, I am itching to be back online. I'm over here with like a little picture, playing around, trying to figure out kind of what I want things to look like. I've been thinking more about like what my schedule is going to be like. I feel like one of the best and worst parts about being self-employed is that obviously you get to create your own schedule, but like that degree of flexibility I feel like sometimes can be really overwhelming. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit more structure going back into things. So we'll see how that goes. I do feel like as far as the experiment goes, like I feel like I genuinely took a break from working, which is interesting because really I'm still like filming for YouTube. I've still been answering my emails, but I haven't been on social media. And I feel like the difference is so significant. Like I actually feel like I took time off, which is interesting because I almost feel like I could have fully been like filming campaigns and stuff this week and I still would have felt like I had time off. I think just because you're like actively posting to Instagram and TikTok every single day for the most part, and you're like posting stories and you're replying to people, and so it doesn't really feel like you're taking time off, even if you're really not doing like paid work, or you're not replying to your emails or whatever. Like truly feeling like I'm logged off, I feel like only comes when I'm not on social media. Honestly, I'm too afraid to like not answer my emails and be like offline, but we'll see if I ever get there. Hello. It is 7:40. I'm gonna be honest, I just have not been very good at picking up the camera today. I think it's because honestly I have been on my computer kind of a lot today, and I also have reached the point of being so bored that I'm like scrolling through my camera roll screenshots, which actually I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this, because I feel like I'm probably not the only one that's like this, but I just like see something where I'm like, oh, that's like good information, or I want to save that for later, and I screenshot it and then I never look at it again. And so my screenshots are just full of so many random gems. So it's actually been really fun to like go through them and try to decipher what I have in there. But that's kind of what I'm up to. And at some point I should really like go get dinner, and then tomorrow we're headed to Boston. So it's pretty much the end of the week. I haven't re-downloaded anything yet. I'll probably do it at some point over the weekend. I'm gonna be honest, the platform that I absolutely miss the most is Pinterest. Like everything else, I'm like, yeah, I'll get to that. But Pinterest, oh, I miss her. Like I am such a Pinterest girl. Pinterest is actually the only social media app I also didn't have blocked with Opal, so like maybe that's part of the reason. Like I'm already more used to scrolling Pinterest than anything else, but I also just feel like it's chill vibes. Like there's not as much, I guess, incoming information on Pinterest. I mean, there is, because like you're scrolling through stuff, but I feel like it's only what I'm interested in, and it doesn't give me as much of anything else other than the ads. But if you just like continually tell them that you don't like ads, you'll start getting fewer of them. Anyways, I don't know. I think it's been a good, productive week. I'm really glad that I decided to do this, and I do think I might try doing it, like give myself the creative reset. Like if you are a creator, I truly encourage you to spend more time just like fully logged off. Like delete the app so that you can't open it logged off, because I feel so much more excited to like create and show up for my community. And that's really exciting, because I feel like as a creator, like it's very easy to get burnt out because you're kind of chronically online. And it's different for you to be scrolling because you're always going to be like analyzing and assessing what's performing well. And so it's never really that relaxing to be scrolling. So log off, bestie. Just give it a go. Even if it's only 24 hours, I think 24 hours could make a really big difference. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna test out any no social media time, or if you've experimented with just getting rid of the apps altogether. I am super curious to know what you think or what your experience was like. See you in the next one. Bye.